Historic all-women's pay-per-view WWE Evolution is happening less than 10 days.
And the women have come so far from the days of bra and panty matches,
Lingerie pillow fight,
and slut-shaming.
This body is primo real estate.
How many times have you rented it out?
Look, skank!
I don't wear underwear!
came so far.
Open your heart, just like you opened your legs. Sleeping with half the locker room, that makes you a slut.
So far.
To tell you the truth, my body is sacred.
That ain't what I heard, honey.
The only reason that you still have a job here is because you know how to take off your clothes.
So far.
Talent is not sexually transmitted.
The only reason why you're so fearless is because you go home every single night with Mr. Hustle, loyalty, and respect.
So far.
The only door you ever knocked down was the door to John Cena's bedroom.
Right?
Alright, welcome to Ring the Belle. This is DS.
And I'm Lola Star.
I am wearing a Bret Hart costume. I thought Natalya will be more relevant at this point.
I mean, I think she might be on a 6-woman
She
tag.
might be.
Maybe.
She might be relevant. But like,
Maybe.
yeah, so I'm dressed up as Bret Hart and you.
I'm the one true goddess.
That's what's happening with the costume. Well, let's jump right into WWE Raw. Watching WWE Raw this week was it was weird. Of course, you would know the whole Saudi Arabia situation. Yes, we as a women's wrestling fans could be like, oh, we're out of this.
Yeah.
It's all the men's
We're good,
issue.
right.
WWE is being ridiculed so much by the media right now
Yeah.
for still going to Saudi Arabia. The fact that WWE is keep pushing Crown Jewel,
Yeah.
but omitting the whole Saudi Arabia deal. Wow, do you guys really think we're that f***ing dumb? Like, do we not watch news? I felt really shitty watching it.
I guess for whatever reason, maybe WWE just feels like they're not involved with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that it'll be different and like anything they might think that this will be something positive to make people not think about.
Are women exempt from this?
Yes.
They
So
are.
I wasn't gonna watch anyway. But hey, all the guys are exempt from Evolution, so.
Yeah. The first match of Raw, Nia Jax and Ember Moon facing the returning
Tamina.
Tamina. And
But she
Dana
didn't get
Brooke.
an entrance, so that was a little bogus. But she was definitely the star of the match.
So Tamina and Dana Brooke both didn't get an entrance. What a ceremonious return. Also, the weird thing is she was in SmackDown before. So
Yeah, but I think whenever somebody gets injured or
You just go
goes
to free
away, then
agent?
you just become a free agent automatically. Or maybe it's like if you get hurt and then there's a draft, then you become a free agent.
We're trying to make sense of this, but
Yeah.
it doesn't make
I don't
any
know.
sense.
So now she's on Raw?
Tamina always comes for like some kind of pay-per-views. She came back for Money in the Bank.
True.
She was in Survivor Series. She was in Royal Rumble.
She was. I think Royal Rumble was her last.
So
match.
she's coming back for pay-per-views.
Hey, and she's making history. The first ever Money in the Bank, the
That's
first
true.
Royal
That's
Rumble,
true. The whole Samoan sister
like feud.
feud that was going on in the ring. The tease.
Yeah.
Oh, it was very good.
And a lot of people have been wanting that feud.
I know that Nia Jax wanted it. I'm sure there will be a big spot in the Battle Royale.
Or, you know, like with them forming all these teams, I think what would be a good thing is for them to feud first. And then you know how they like weirdly work it out or they end up having a common foe. So that's how they end up becoming teammates. So maybe like,
Maybe. I mean, Tamina looked amazing. She is, do you know that she's 40?
wow.
She looked amazing.
And her hair, that
And her
natural
hair,
like,
yeah.
woo.
And then, you know, she was injured.
Yeah.
But she still managed to carry Nia Jax.
And she held her and walked around and then dropped her. I was like,
I think she will be a great opponent for Nia Jax.
I think so too.
Yeah.
They bring out the best in each other. I guess because like they really like working together.
And
So,
I always love Tamina when she's in Total Divas.
oh,
Guys, watch it. Go ahead. Wait, Trent.
Whoa, it doesn't matter what the like how old you are.
I know.
So don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do something because of your age.
There are a lot of people that I start liking after watching Total Divas.
Yeah.
Rosa Mendez was
Yeah.
one. Evolution Battle Royale is announced.
I was very disappointed.
Yes, and we're going to talk about it in the news and rumor section. We have a lot to say about this. Competitors of this match was also announced, and we have major issues with it.
Basically every SmackDown Live girl.
What did you think about the whole tease at the end with Ember and Nia and Dana? It was just like...
Okay, so I actually really liked that because I was like, why is this tag happening? But then it made sense because they were like kind of building like, okay, who's gonna one up each other for the Battle Royal? And I was like, okay, cool. And then out of everyone to be last woman standing, it was Dana. When has that ever happened? And her music played?
I honestly think the reason she was the last woman standing was because she took the fall.
But still, they don't ever, normally she just takes the fall and she takes all of it. So I thought if anybody, it would have been Nia. But Nia was the first one out.
I personally hated the whole like practice battle royale.
I mean, it was a little awkward because they took too long, I felt like. But
yeah, Amber was
so
like...
Cool. I know.
As if it's
She
like
was, like,
anything.
shook.
Like Ember, if you like actually like are is thinking, you know that this is fake. So why would you betray your friend who might help you out in the match? Like I'm just like, cool. Guess what? She's a war goddess. Did you know about that?
Yeah, that's what she came in as in NXT.
I thought she was a werewolf.
Okay, so I feel like she's got a couple things going.
Okay.
She's a myth,
She's a myth.
but she's also a war goddess.
And she's also a blood moon.
And she's blood moon, so it's like all together. But she's also a she-nom too, so she is every woman.
What is Phenom?
Phenom, a person who is outstandingly talented or admired, especially an up-and-comer. So she's a she-nom.
Okay, I could see that. But I don't see war goddess or werewolf or blood moon and all that.
I kind of see war goddess just like with some of her like gears that she's worn.
I mean, this is like a bigger conversation for sure, but I think a lot of what NXT stars do in NXT doesn't translate well to WWE.
Well, I mean, it depends, I feel like.
NXT is very character based, right?
Yeah.
So they choose this one gimmick and just really stick to it. But WWE is like more like a, I don't know, like superstar in a way. It's like more.
Yeah, like what works for you that makes you marketable.
It's not just about like one specific gimmick.
Yeah.
All right, so this is the hot segment of Raw. Ronda Rousey calling out Bella Twins for the explanation. Let's start with the positive.
Positives, like, okay, this feels very real.
Oh my god, yeah, very personal.
A lot of wow moments that like I was just like, oh my god, was that really said? Once again, I just really like the fact that certain girls are really stepping up and defending the Diva era and title, because that was a very important part in this evolution. So
Yeah, I like that they try to bring in some history, because Evolution is a celebration of women in the past, too. So I like that they are bringing that kind of generational feud.
Yeah.
I know that I talked about how I didn't like Ronda Rousey when she talks.
That changed.
Oh my god. Her delivery gave me like
Chills.
shivers. Yeah. She was so good. When she was talking about breaking down doors. I've been practicing judo, UFC, home and WWE. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. When she said home and WWE, I was like, oh my god.
She was quite a trash talker back in UFC days.
Oh yeah.
When she was doing mic work for Stephanie McMahon program, I was like, I'd rather have her just like not say anything. Promo is not something that you can just gain really quickly. But Ronda, she was amazing. The crowd was so into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were going nuts. Again, Ronda Rousey is proving that she is a champion material.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have
mean,
no doubt about that.
yeah.
Also, I liked delivery from Nikki Bella too.
Yeah. Nikki's grown so much.
I love that she's not like a clear-cut heel. I think she has her reasonings for going against Ronda Rousey. And as a women's wrestling fan who's been watching it for a long time, I think it also makes sense.
Yeah.
Like why she is upset that she's taking over the spotlight.
Absolutely.
So I do like this part of the storyline.
Yeah.
Talking about the negatives.
I'm not mad at Ronda. It was a couple things like, okay, saying that
Everything that the Divas era stood for made me sick to my stomach.
the Diva era made her sick to her stomach. Ow. And then when she brought up John Cena with the door thing, I was like, a part of me feels like Nikki didn't know that was gonna be said.
You don't think so?
I really feel like that was like something that they wanted to get a raw reaction from. She really looked kind of like, what the f? And then Brie was like, you should have known that they were gonna pull that shit. Like, you should have already been ready. Like,
The only door you ever knocked down was the door to John Cena's bedroom.
I feel for her because, like, I mean, I'm sure she's kind of numb to it, but sometimes it's like, dude, let me grieve.
The whole, like, going after the Diva and saying that Bella Twins represent that, I actually kind of like that part of the storyline.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Bella Twins are from the Diva era.
Yeah.
And they represent a lot of what Diva era represented, which is, like, not necessarily a bad thing. They've changed so much, and this is what we have now, which is great. So I like that the Bella Twins are going against Ronda Rousey, who is a product of the new women, more athleticism-based roster. So I love that. I love that kind of clash of that. What I didn't like was the whole, like, John Cena, like, kind of slut-shaming, always going back to that. She slept with that man, and that's why she's successful. Which I didn't have issue with when it was Natalya or Carmella saying it because they were heels. Ronda Rousey is the main eventer of this all-women's pay-per-view, the all-women empowering event.
She's the one taking low blows. Like
She's the face of this women's empowering event, and she's the one taking issue with Nikki Bella having a relationship with the men. Like,
plus, like, I mean, it's just so annoying to keep hearing that anyway. I don't know what people were watching or whatever, but the Bella Twins were the Bella Twins before anything about John Cena or Daniel Bryan. And in my opinion, they're the reason that John and Daniel are even relevant. Because think about it. Humor me for a second. Okay. When Daniel Bryan got hurt, had Brie not put him over and stepped in on that storyline, what would he have done? He was going to be gone for X amount of time. And there would not have been any total divas, no total Bellas to keep us updated and caring about him. And the Bellas are just a bigger brand than Daniel Bryan. And I mean, John Cena, he's doing okay in
John Cena's doing
media.
Pretty well, actually.
I mean, you can't sit here and say that total divas and total Bellas did not get people more invested in him. America loves a good love story. So that definitely upped his stock in reality television.
Sure.
I mean, but granted, he was still John Cena, so it's a little different in that situation. But people are always so quick to put down the woman and give the men credit. But in this situation, it's not that at all.
Bellas were Bellas before any of this happened. Yeah. I'm not like the biggest Bella Twins fan, but you know, like this happens all the time when it comes to successful women. Like, remember what happened with Michelle McCool? Everyone thought that was because of Undertaker. She was still yelled at for having too good of a match backstage.
Yep.
Where was Undertaker when that was happening? Like,
exactly.
This is like a systematic issue. I don't agree with the fact that they are using this to promote this storyline, which will headline Evolution. That's something I'm like.
But they know it's a sore spot and it'll get people talking. Like,
that's true. I will have to give you that because that was a hot zinger. When Ronda Rousey was mentioning John Cena for Nikki Bella, you know that's gonna be a big deal. That was the hottest thing for the entire 3-hour show. People are still talking about it. I understand why they did it.
Yeah, I mean, I get why, but it's like,
I still think it's lazy. When did they announce Evolution?
Probably 2 or 3 months ago.
2 or 3 months ago. So they had all this time to build Evolution and build Bella's versus Ronda using this generational feud. No, they didn't do anything until now.
I mean, now that we see it, like, they kind of did, but, like, it could have been way more, like they could have had the Bellas doing, like, actual sneaky stuff that, like, we saw, but maybe Ronda didn't see. But it was just all fabrication.
It was all fabrication. It was just, they didn't build. Now they're trying to build hit, and they're lazy, so they're
like, no substance, really.
Exactly.
It's just shots fired.
They know that there's always one button that will work. Nikki Bella, John Cena. So they clicked it.
Yeah. I know she's got to be so irritated with that, though. So annoying.
I'm not going to be sit here and like, Nikki's going to be so sad.
Well, no, like, I don't think so, because I think she's strong, but it's like, that's still got to be annoying as hell. Like,
she has a reality
She's
show.
probably just like, okay, wait for it.
I don't really.
Wait for it.
I'm just worried that this is going to taint the whole spirit of Evolution. In conclusion, our thought is we got excited.
It was still a really good segment,
really
though.
cool. Amazing delivery for both of them.
Yeah.
And then great build, although not exactly the way that we wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little cheap, but it got the reaction. Let's move to a segment that didn't get reaction. Trish and Lita.
Can somebody please explain to me this whole practice thing?
I didn't get it either.
Because I was like, what's up with this
So
practice?
I was looking into it. What the is this practice shit? But apparently it's a reference from 2002.
But we talking about practice, man. What are we talking about? Practice? We're talking about practice, man.
Moms know their reference from the early 2000s. Someone called Ellen Iverson.
Oh, Allen Iverson. Oh, I remember him. Okay, he's the basketball player with the braids.
This is the thing. I don't think they understand who watches women's wrestling. When Trish had that Britney Spears line.
I don't care
if you're Britney frickin' Spears.
Nobody's gonna steal my spotlight.
Oh.
We know our audience because we go to analytics section of Ring the Belle. Why would you f***ing drop a 2002 basketball reference? If you dropped a RuPaul's Drag Race reference, people will go like, yes, queen, yes! Basketball? Really? You guys all know that I'm the biggest Trish Stratus fan. This segment didn't give me anything. Like, I was just like...
You're like, okay.
Like, what? Did you like it?
I enjoyed Alexa and Mickie a lot.
Actually, Mickie was doing... She was trying very hard.
Like,
for
Mickey's
what
a
was
really
given.
good sidekick. I just like the way Alexa talks. She'll be like, so like, future Hall of Famer. I think I know what she's gonna say.
Just watching how WWE treats Brothers of Destruction and D-Generation X fighting, how they're bringing all the freaking history, all the little past clips, all the Hall of Famers to talk about it. Trish and Mickie. Lita and Mickie. Oh, there is a lot. The whole central storyline of this segment is that Trish and Lita hasn't been in the ring for a while. That was it.
There's no substance. Again, it's been copy and paste every week, to be honest. It's always been either Trish or Alexa in the ring and then the other one at the ramp. The dynamic hasn't changed at all.
Like, you brought two of the biggest star from the women's division. Fans know their history, know their character, and you're not using any of that?
I don't know what's going on.
Like, what the hell are you thinking? This got me really fucking upset.
It would have been okay if it was something that we did like when this first got announced, like the little petty stuff until we get to the nitty gritty, but like this is literally the last like week. We need a brawl or attack them from behind, pull a prank. Okay, Trish and Lita came out and they talked about Evolution. There's a big poster, kind of like when Christy Hemme was doing her Playboy thing. Trish gets that treatment.
Yeah.
And she can write slut on her back.
Exactly.
And then it's like, oh shit. Like,
there's so much to draw from. Get the big gift box
Yeah.
and then abduct someone and put it in
right,
there.
abduct Lita. See, that's like,
I am the biggest fan of Trish Stratus. And if I'm not interested in this match,
Who
WWE, you're fucking this up really bad. God damn, like what are they doing? Maybe they were too
how to
busy
get
thinking about
Crown Jewel together.
yeah, how to like fix this Saudi Arabia shit together. Like they are not giving these women time of their day. Let's move to Ruby Riott versus Natalya. So there was a backstage segment. Riott Squad did another little riot. So they went to Natalya's locker room.
That's like so kitty though.
A Viking and a juvenile delinquent. They came together and they were putting mustard and ketchup on someone's door. Which, you know they are not gonna stay there overnight. They are traveling to different cities, so just a janitor has to clean that. So I'm just like, what? WWE is really trying hard to make Riott Squad uncool.
You think so?
I don't think they're actually
Oh, not
planning
literally,
that.
but that's.
But well, that's what they're doing. Riott Squad is so lame. If you have a Viking,
yeah.
do something that Vikings would do. What would they do? Throw someone on the sea?
She should skin cats and pin them onto Natty. No, I'm saying that's what a Viking does. They hunt.
I mean, I know, but that is...
That would see that reaction, or maybe it could just be a prank and it looks like it's real, and she's like, oh my god, Pawsy, and then like she sees it's like a stuffed animal, and then she's like,
that
you know
is
what?
vile.
But that's good.
Frida not might be too excited about that.
But I mean, if it's fake.
Yeah. Hated this f***ing riot. So I guess Ruby now has beef with Natalya.
Oh well, yeah, because remember she organized Natty to get jumped. Remember, and they dragged her out on Raw.
Oh.
So that's why they're continuing from that.
I completely forgot about that. Did they even mention that?
I think so.
Natalya's best friend Bailey came out, and then she's like, and there's one more person that I'm gonna bring, and I'm
Want
like,
to meet her?
who is it? Sasha Banks.
Bailey's best friend.
Yes.
Another best friend.
There was no reaction.
They haven't done anything with her or Bailey, so.
Did you think Sasha looked unhappy? I think she looked really...
She might have been, because she's like, this is what I'm returning for.
I don't think she looked very happy.
They've been treated so bad.
I can't believe Sasha and Bailey and Natalya, they kind of jump-started the women's revolution with that NXT match. Natalya with the match with Charlotte Flair. Like, they really did start this torch. And guess what? They're stuck in this nothing match against Riott Squad.
Because, I mean, if they do end up having a 6-woman tag, what are they going to do next week to make me care?
Well,
I mean, unless they do the cat thing that we were just talking about. Then I'd be like, Natty, you better get her ass.
I would be down if, like, Ivory comes and do something. I don't know.
Then it's going to be a 4-on-4? Ivory and Molly Holly will join?
I don't know.
Wasn't that a part of the leaked match card? Didn't it say, like, Ivory joined them? Oh. But I don't know if that's going to make me care either, because that's just being thrown together at the last minute.
So we had 4 segments on Raw. We liked nothing. I like the Ronda segment.
I kind of liked all of it, to
You
be
did?
honest.
How positive.
Well, because, like, I mean, it's still nice to see all the girls get used. It's just that they're not being used to their full ability. Like,
I guess just my hopes are really high. Because I did spend $300 Let's move to SmackDown Live. SmackDown 1000.
And we didn't get Michelle McCool or Tori Wilson or any legend at that. Not female, but we had another Evolution come that was not related to the pay-per-view.
Isn't it false advertisement? Because they advertised Tori and Michelle.
Yeah,
but
I personally needed a little time after watching SmackDown 1000.
Just to like cry?
Just to like cry because I was very upset.
There was one segment that is kind of worth talking about. It is Cutting Edge with Becky Lynch as a special guest. And I have to say, huge respect for Edge. He is a huge star.
And Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. We could tell that his masculinity is not fragile because he was not scared of being dragged by Becky Lynch.
Yeah, and he definitely backed down.
Most of the male superstars would not be down for that.
Ego's too big.
For dumb reasons, of course. I honestly was so refreshed by the fact that Edge, who is married to the great Beth Phoenix. I'm sure Beth Phoenix educated her husband very well. It's all because of Beth Phoenix, guys. He really gave the spotlight to Becky Lynch, which I was like,
she took it and ran with it.
You're very cool, yeah. I loved how WWE is really using all stops to turn Becky heel. If only they were successful. Edge, the beloved superstar, was their latest tool to turn Becky heel.
It got her even more over.
Even more over because people is just not gonna stop cheering for Becky Lynch.
No, it's not gonna happen.
If it's Edge, it still doesn't matter.
It's not gonna happen. Not until like Becky's literally become like longest reigning and she's done everything. Then people will be like, okay, I'm a little bored.
What's like the most vile things you can do in WWE? If they make Becky into like a racist bigot against Asuka, maybe like people will be a little uncomfortable cheering for her.
Yeah, but that's going real far. How do you come back? How do you come back from that?
So I'm saying that's really far off. I don't think anyone will hate Becky, to be honest. And I loved her line.
I don't like myself. I love myself.
I love myself. Yes, Becky, you're doing so great.
Yeah, oh yeah, because they're doing the last woman standing match. That'll be good. I wonder if Nikki and Ronda will have a stipulation. They should have a UFC cage match, and Nikki should square the up. Like that would actually be cool. I want to see that happen with somebody with Ronda.
But Finlay and Jamie Noble, I think, came to like stop the fight. So
I think they're producers, so that's why.
Yeah. So all the legends coming in to stop these 2 women.
And Charlotte broke through anyway.
Oh yeah. What do you think about Charlotte's promo?
I mean, Charlotte's good. I mean, she doesn't do anything wrong. I just hope she doesn't win the title back. That's all.
Yeah.
Because this is like Becky's time. And
Charlotte's doing her best, but it's just Becky. Like people are just obsessed with Becky right now. I love how the writers are treating this specific storyline.
Okay.
You know how like Becky is like, I'm the champion, get out of this ring. There are times where women's champion belt is treated like the secondary title. The female legends are treated like secondary legends. Like Trish and Lita, they are not billed like how Undertaker and Triple H and Shawn Michaels is presented. But here, Becky Lynch is treated like the f***ing champion.
Yeah.
And she's telling Hall of Famers to get the out of the ring. So I do like that. Where are all the other women?
Honorable mentions: Carmella opening SmackDown Live on Truth TV and doing her little dancing segments until the McMahons took over.
All the McMahon family.
Yeah.
Except for Linda. That was great. It's fun to see her dancing with all the McMahons.
It's kind of painful to watch, seeing how she was just SmackDown Women's Champion and the first ever Miss Money in the Bank, and she's not being treated as such. But Lana was once again in the love triangle, managing. Not wrestling.
No Naomi, no Asuka, no Iconics. All the women were not shown, and no legends returned for SmackDown, which was Very disappointing.
They literally treat SmackDown like the stepchild.
Yeah.
They literally gave none of the girls any legends to like face off with or nothing.
Let's go to Lola's favorite segment, Spill the Tea or Pass It to Me. Johnny J from our live chat, which we'll be doing weekly, starting next week.
Thankfully.
We're gonna do around 30 to 45 minutes live chat, live streaming on YouTube every Wednesday, right before we start filming this episode.
Yes.
So that's gonna happen. Johnny J from the live chat asked Lola, did you feel disrespected that no legends beside Vicky and Stephanie were on SmackDown 1000?
Okay, I'm so glad I got this question. I personally did not feel disrespected. I felt disappointed, but I felt disrespected for the SmackDown women's division because yet again, they got the short end of the stick. Like, basically, they're all in a battle royal that is just thrown together. I feel like somebody from Raw might even win that because I feel like on SmackDown, they're just worried about Becky and Charlotte.
What about the legends? Who did you think should have came back?
Well, we should have definitely got Tori and Michelle because weren't they advertised?
I thought they were advertised.
Raw got Trish and Lita. Like, why didn't SmackDown get like, Melina? Because that's what everybody wanted. Her versus Naomi.
Yeah.
Like, why was she not reached out to? Why didn't like Cool just make an appearance? I mean, like, we didn't even get appearances. Like, nothing.
I can't believe they just didn't show any legends on SmackDown. Like, SmackDown had amazing women throughout the history. Like 1000, this is about celebrating the history of SmackDown and they showed no legends from it. Like, that really says what they think about women's SmackDown. That is pretty disrespectful. I would have liked to see Melina come back.
Yeah. I felt like Lay Cool should have had a segment with the Iconics or something. Like, I thought that would have been cool.
But here's a question. Where is Layla?
I don't know. She got married and she's good.
If anyone knows where Layla is, please let me know.
She returned to Twitter. I don't know if she's still active
did.
on it, but yeah, she had returned to Twitter. She was doing a little something. I don't know if she still is active, but...
Welcome to news and rumors section, and this week I think we have about like 10-ish days for the historic WWE Evolution. We have a new match.
Oh yay.
Oh yay, because we have a freaking Battle Royale match. Guess what? Nobody is excited about it.
Where are the fucking tag titles? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Because the news were saying they were going to announce the tag team title at the event.
They better.
Basically what happened is WWE announced a Battle Royale match with following participants: Alicia Fox, Asuka, Billie Kay, Carmella, Dana Brooke, Ember Moon, Lana, Mandy Rose, Naomi, Nia Jax, Peyton Royce, Sonya Deville, Tamina, and returning Tori Wilson. So as you can see, both Iconics and Absolution, Empress and the Glow, all the tag team that SmackDown has built, they're all thrown into this Battle Royale. So the news is that the women of Raw learned about this a couple hours before at backstage, but the women of SmackDown
Had no idea.
They had no idea. They literally learned by watching TV.
Oh my gosh.
And then the women of SmackDown, basically, they showed their displeasure with this match on Twitter. Everyone was posting some gifs of them like, what? So this is what Naomi said. When I win this historic Battle Royale like I did at WrestleMania, will I get 2 championship opportunities? Because y'all never shipped my trophy, nor did I ever get a title opportunity. I know that WWE superstars are currently very unsatisfied with the company, with the whole Saudi Arabia deal. A lot of them is reportedly being very unhappy about it, and one of the reasons that The Rock apparently didn't show up at SmackDown 1000 is because of the whole Saudi Arabia deal.
Oh, he didn't want to be.
He didn't want to be associated with a company that is ridiculed in media like this.
It seems the WWE is as overtly pro-Saudi Arabia as it is latently homoerotic, which is to say, intensely.
Just in general, WWE right now is having a lot of displeasure from the superstar. Women of the WWE definitely did not hold back. This is just my speculation, and I don't know what exactly happened. None of the women were featured on this week's SmackDown, and I feel like this might be the reason. they're being penalized.
They already were when they got announced to be in that match.
Like, am I far-fetched for thinking that? Like, how can you not showcase women? Last week we reported that multiple NXT stars are confirmed for the event. A lot of the news sites are reporting that these NXT talents are also going to be in the Battle Royale match. Also, there are a lot of female legends that are gearing up for this historic event. According to PW Insider, Hall of Famer Ivory has been confirmed for Evolution Return. So is Molly Holly. I love seeing them. This is my weird thing about Ivory. I love her Titantron because she had this weird thing. It's
oh,
do you remember
being
that?
Really aggressive.
I don't know why, but I can't stop watching it. So Ivory, and we know that Bailey has been keep pushing the match between her and Ivory, which I don't think is gonna happen, but she's coming, so there might be some fun interaction.
Yeah.
Also, Michelle McCool has been showing training to be back in the ring, so Michelle McCool will also be likely to be in the ring.
In the Battle Royale.
This is very far-fetched, but there was a video of Stacy Keibler
Oh, yeah!
training in a boxing ring. Very far-fetched.
Now, I really hope that that's for Evolution.
It's probably not gonna happen, but never say never. If they have that Saudi money, why don't you pour that on Stacy Keibler? Also, reports are saying Alexa Bliss is indeed cleared for action after injury scare. PW Insider reported that Bliss is scheduled to work this weekend's WWE live event. A lot of people were thinking that the reason that Alexa Bliss wasn't able to be physical was due to her shoulder injury from the the Hell in a Cell match, right? Maybe we can see some physicality next week at Raw.
Maybe.
Maybe a little too late.
They need to. They need to do it.
But they gotta do something, because I can't with this practice shit. Practice?
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 Practice.
Talking about practice.
Practice.
Talk about that.
Oh, practice.
We only have a week left to try to build up this storyline, and we're sitting here talking about practice.
You're doing pretty well.
What?
The practice bit.
Oh.
She gets the basketball jokes. I don't. The only balls I like. Just kidding. Now, it is confirmed by TMZ. TMZ did a little cute interview with Ronda Rousey. Bellas are the bitches or something like that.
Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, they're a bunch of untrustworthy bitches.
Ronda Rousey did make sure to mention that they will be headlining the show.
Me and Nikki are going to be headlining.
It has been rumored, but it is confirmed by Ronda Rousey that they will be closing the show.
We've been new.
I really hope Last Woman Standing will be closing, but big returns on this week's Raw. Both Sasha Banks from her mysterious injury and Tamina Snuka returned to Raw. And Tamina, she drafted herself from SmackDown to Raw.
There was a supplemental draft, okay?
We talked about it in a Raw review, but Sasha Banks came back with kind of lukewarm reaction, which was kind of disappointing. Tamina, she didn't even get an entrance.
No.
But she got herself a pretty nice moment with
I got
her,
a pretty good reaction.
Yeah, with her Samoan sister, Nia Jax. Wrestling Observer Radio has reported that WWE is building towards big feud for Nia Jax against Tamina. It will be two monsters going against each other, so it's gonna be like a big feud.
It's gonna do well, because I've seen people talking about that, and then I've seen it myself, and I'm like, wow.
They could be the new Sisters of Destruction, like Beth and Natalya was.
Another tag.
WWE has advertised a couple matches for WWE Starrcade. I think last year Starrcade was not on WWE Network.
No, it was a Salaya.
It was not. Starrcade is currently not scheduled to be on air for WWE Network, so for this event, steel cage match between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair is scheduled. That's pretty cool. Another news that is not WWE related, if you are going to Evolution, there's a way to enjoy women's wrestling the whole day because WWR, Women's Wrestling Revolution, they're throwing an event around where Evolution is going to be held earlier in that day. You'll be able to see matches from former WWE champion Jazz, but also Alpha Female, Lufisto, Karen Q. They will be throwing their own women's wrestling event there. So if you want the whole day to be about women's wrestling,
yes,
check it out, WWR. And on a personal note, if you are still excited for WWE Evolution, and if you're still going, I'm going to. As I said, I bought the freaking $300 ticket. So Lola, you're not going, right?
No.
So unfortunately, Lola is not going to be going.
I don't think so.
But because she's not going, I'm going to team up with the Diva Dirt OGs Jake and Chris.
Hey.
So we're gonna do a little like guerrilla meet and greet with whoever who wants to talk to us. I don't know. If you want to talk to us, vent about how shitty this event is, or talk about how like excited we are, we're gonna be there at 5:45 p.m. at Bacardi 516 Bar on October 28th. So if you want to talk about wrestling, if you want to come see me wearing Trish Stratus' debut outfit, you can meet me there.
He's gonna have the wig too.
I'm not gonna have the wig. And you know what Lillian told me? I was talking to Lillian about my Trish Stratus costume. And Lillian's like, that's very smart. How so? And apparently, NASA Coliseum is where Trish debuted with that outfit.
What are the...
Can you believe it?
Wow. And that was
told me
like
that.
what you thought of.
I
Like just
did-
naturally,
I didn't.
you just no. I'm saying like you just thought to wear that outfit, like it just naturally came to you.
It just stratifyingly came to me. I can't believe they're not even mentioning that Trish is returning to her debut location.
They might on commentary
Maybe.
if they're good, if they do their job.
If
I'm
they're
just
gonna do
kidding.
that. Yeah, so I'll be there with Chris and Jake, so see you there. Alright, thank you so much for watching this week's Ring the Bell. This was, I don't know, this was kind of an angry episode.
Yeah, I was a
wasn't
little sassy. I'm sorry, guys.
it? Yeah, no,
I couldn't
no
hold
need
it
to
back.
apologize.
Normally so nice, but
We don't owe an apology. We don't owe them anything. Because I've paid... I'm just kidding. I'm not going to say them one more time. But we are still on a journey. We are here to support the women.
of course.
We weren't here to
Amen.
support the writers team, were we? We are here to support the women of WWE. We are getting shitty storyline, but we're going to keep supporting them. WWE women, as they've done all the time, they will show the world what the they can do with little they get.
Yeah.
So I'm still excited. Let's be positive. Let's be positive. Let's hold my hold my hand. Let's be positive. Pray together. Thank you so much for watching. This is DS. You can find me on Nintendo Boy DS.
And I'm Lola Star. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at the Lola Star.
Bye.